So we're both old enough. How do you remember the original Blade Runner being received?
I remember hearing, I was too young to see it that summer. It was 80.
Early 80s, yeah.
Yeah, 81 or something like that. So I'm 14, 15, I'm about 14 years
You're
old.
a baby.
I am.
Okay.
And I had heard from a cousin of mine's father that it was okay. It wasn't as gross as Alien, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But in 85, when I moved into Manhattan from Tarrytown, one of the...
Here in New York?
Yeah. One of the first
Not
things...
Manhattan Beach?
No.
Wait, okay, fine.
One of the first things I did was my friends took me to see Blade Runner for my first time at the Waverly Theater. And the first 10 times I saw it, it was like at the Waverly, at the 8th Street, or the...
That's a sentence
the
you have
Bailey.
in your... The first of the 10 times I've seen it. That's
seen
a
Blade
sentence
Runner.
that comes out of
I've
it.
seen Blade Runner over 100 times. Absolutely.
Do you just have bad memory? What's the motivation?
It's different every time. It's
Okay, so here's what I wonder.
Yeah.
Here's my question to
Okay.
you. Because I think about it, but clearly you think about this more. All right. Maybe, I think Blade Runner, I don't think the world was ready for the cerebrality of that original Blade Runner.
I totally think you're right about that.
You know, it had some action scenes, but it wasn't about action. It was about ideas. It was about consciousness. It was about what is and is not alive.
Yeah.
And I think in the day, you go to see science fiction to just have some fantastic story take you somewhere else.
Well, think about all the movies that were coming out around that time, right? We have Star Wars, and we have Battlestar Galactica, and we have Close Encounters, all these more rosy and bubblegum views of science fiction. And Ridley Scott comes in and does Alien and Blade Runner,
And
the most dark version.
They were dank.
Yeah.
Dank.
Totally. I mean, and
L.A. and it was
Alien's
like it
a
was
gothic
dirty.
horror film.
Just by watching the scenes in that original Blade Runner, you felt like you had to go bathe after you just witnessed it because it was so dank and dirty.
And still today, there's no better version of a dystopic future that's been put with veracity on screen than Blade Runner. I submit, like, those effects shots are the best ones that have ever been done.
So that's kind of what the point I'm getting at. So I don't want to say so much that it was ahead of its time, but it was representing a genre before that genre really had a public, widespread following. Is that a fair statement?
No, it's totally. William Gibson, one of the three fathers of cyberpunk, along with Neil Stephenson.
I love it that you know all these names and people. I don't know any of them.
Bruce Sterling.
Okay.
William Gibson, one of the three pillars of cyberpunk, which is a genre that came right out of Blade Runner. William Gibson credits Blade Runner with inspiring him to write the short stories that would eventually inspire him to write Neuromancer and the Neuromancer trilogy.
Okay.
And that kickstarts a whole genre of fiction. So yeah, Blade Runner is hugely important.
So it triggers a wave of creativity, inspired. It births a genre. How about that? Is that just,
where could things go wrong? How could all of this abundancy that we're creating with technology bite us in the ass? Yeah. And by the way, Deckard's totally a replicant. He's totally a replicant. No, not even.
Wait, remind me of this other thing. Aren't we already in the future of the year that Blade Runner was supposed to take place?
Nope, 2019 is Blade Runner.
I know.
So yeah, we got 2 more years.
It was coming close. 2019. But isn't there a date? I mean, it's got that.
It's November 2019 is what the opening title on the Hades landscape
2000.
says.
Because I remember, wow, 2019.
Right.
That is like forever from now.
No, me too.
Whoa.
I remember thinking, yeah, what's it gonna? We're gonna be in flying cars. My watch is gonna make dinner.
Right. Well, cool. So this next Blade Runner, I haven't seen it yet, but it's of course on my list. And you've seen it. Have you seen it 100 times yet?
I've seen it.
You have access.
I do. I've seen it twice already.
Damn.
It's amazing.
You have access.
It's so good.
Dude, okay. We're looking forward to it.
It is every bit as deep as the original Blade Runner, and in a totally different, and of course it's derivative.
But it has the advantage of knowing that there's a genre and a following of that genre that's ready to embrace it.
Yeah, well, and I think Denis Villeneuve, the director who directed Sicario and Arrival, has a unique ability to weave in these really sort of literarily allegorical themes into his movies. And I kept on watching Blade Runner. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but watching certain things characters would do.
Blade Runner, the new one.
The new one, Blade Runner 2049. It's almost literary in how much metaphor is going on. between the characters in their
Now, you don't want
environment.
too much metaphor because then it becomes self-aware.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
one stays on a very
Stays there.
visceral level.
Okay, cool.
It's lovely. It's a poem.
Dude.
A poem about a
Okay.
shitty future.
The day I ever see a movie, my 100th time, I'm calling you up.
Yes, so what is a movie that you can't not keep watching if you're flipping through the channels?
Oh, there are plenty. Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay.
You can't channel surf past that.
Okay, but...
You can't channel surf past Back to the Future.
Right.
And the movie I've seen the most is The Matrix.
Ah, yeah, totally. No,
Matrix 1, of course.
Yeah,
Not
no,
2 or
there's.
3,
I
no.
didn't. Are there more than one? I don't know about them.
Matrix, right.
Actually, Animatrix is better than the other two Matrices.
Really?
Am I kind of call them
Matrices? Are you allowed to
Yes.
pluralize Matrix that way? Yeah. So I know the movie. I mean, every scene, every word, every gesture, every.
It's so beautiful.
You're a virus.
Larry Fishburne looking up from the chair to see the helicopter.
Yeah, no, his hands are behind.
Right,
Excuse me.
and that
Right.
all that power in his face. Ugh. I showed my son Apocalypse Now a couple weeks ago.
As did
for the
I. So,
first
how old's your
time.
son?
18.
Is he Thing 1 or Thing 2?
This was Thing 2.
Okay, because you know Thing 2 came out of the box before Thing 1 did. Did you know this?
I've always been going in the order of arrival.
No. They
Their
arrived
arrival.
in the book. Thing 2 came out before Thing
I
1.
can't believe you're the first one to get pedantic with me about Dr. Seuss.
I'm just telling
That's
you.
amazing.
I pay attention. No, because there's a rime that required that. Okay?
Right,
And I forgot exactly, but it's something like the cat wanted to have some fun. First came Thing 2,
And
then
then
came
came
Thing
Thing
1.
1. Wow.
It's a beautiful rhyme. And I think he had the rhyme and then forced them to do that to make the rhyme.
So in my reality, Thing 1 came out first.
So you messed up.
I did.
Okay.
So Thing 2 is watching Apocalypse Now, and I let it go about 20 minutes, and I said, "You know who Clean is?" And he was like, "No." And I said, "That's
Lawrence Fishburne.
And he was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Because he's
as a skinny little
15.
kid. Yeah, he lied about his age at the time because he was too young to be in that role and play that movie. Yeah.
I love the
Yeah,
bit in Heart of Darkness where he talks about how like he got too into
now you're
the
getting
culture
literary
of
here.
the movie, and his mom had to fly in and kick his ass.
You like that? You want to hear more of Adam Savage chatting with Neil deGrasse Tyson? Click here or go to StarTalkAllAccess.com/Adam and Neil for another exclusive video. We're letting you watch that one for free too. So check it out right now.